Despite the backlash and criticism, fashion remains a big part of the Academy Awards. Many stars used what they wore as a way to make a statement. This year's wardrobe featured bold colors and daring designs. Cindi Leive is the editor-in-chief of Glamour magazine and Glamour.com. Cindi, good morning.
Good morning.
You know, it was nice to see that this Ask Her More campaign has had an impact. For the first time on the red carpet, I didn't hear the first question being, so what are you wearing?
Exactly. And no actress is saying that they shouldn't be asked that or that it is offensive or superficial to care on some level about those things. That's what the red carpet is for. But for those to be the only topics that are discussed when you as an actress may have spent years working on this part and this is your night to celebrate your achievements in it is pretty demoralizing.
Yeah. At the same time, it is Hollywood.
Oh, yeah. And it's a great leveler also for women who still at this point are getting paid less than their male peers in Hollywood. So the red carpet brings them fashion and beauty contracts that level the field.
Which Patricia Arquette addressed pretty brilliantly last night and emotionally.
So let's get to the fashion because it is Hollywood. Who was your favorite look this year?
Well, I thought the whole trend of sort of embellished white dresses was absolutely beautiful. And we saw it on Lupita Nyong'o, who was wearing a custom Calvin Klein dress. And there were 6,000 little pearls in that dress. It looked incredibly heavy. However, she has the best posture in Hollywood, and she was not brought down by it. Julianne Moore was also wearing a custom Chanel dress. She said that Karl Lagerfeld made it especially for her, and that was sort of a similar look in that trend.
As I read, other than white, red was a big color.
Red was a big color. You just saw Dakota Johnson in that clip talking with her mother, wearing a beautiful Saint Laurent red dress, and Rosamund Pike, who was nominated for Gone Girl, was wearing a custom bright red Givenchy. In general, what you're seeing with those white dresses and the red dresses is that these are classic looks. Nobody went super funky, super surprising. Everything was sort of exquisitely detailed, but there was nothing really shocking on the red carpet last night.
So Gwyneth Paltrow had on a pink dress, which I think looks very good on Gwyneth Paltrow, the color, they're pink. Gail said it was not her cup of tea.
Really?
But I really liked it.
Not her cup of tea.
Yeah, but I really liked this dress.
It was my cup of tea, and also sorry, Gail, we're arguing on this one.
So what?
Well, this is
I like that one. Yeah,
it's
that's
a
my cup of tea.
one-shoulder dress. By the way, my favorite thing here is that when Gwyneth was asked to present, she tweeted #Where my Spanx at. So there's a lot of pressure for women getting into these dresses, but Gwyneth also has a history in pink. She wore a pink Ralph Lauren dress when she won her Oscar in 1999.
Let's talk about Jennifer Lopez.
Yes.
Who I thought wore an Oscar-worthy dress. I mean, it was big, it was flowy,
it was
a
deep cut.
It was deep cut, Charlie. We need another version of this, but I know Charlie likes
this
this
dress.
Yeah.
Because it was a very, very low V. However, it was actually demure for Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
If you look at the pictures of her at the Vanity Fair after party, later she did change into something with a slightly lower V. But those low Vs were everywhere. The young actress Margot Robbie, who a lot of people didn't necessarily know or recognize before last night, wore a beautiful deep V Saint Laurent dress with long sleeves. And Faith Hill as well, and with her new short haircut, sort of debuting a daring new look. But even though these are low-cut dresses, nothing is really scandalous here. There was an aura of respect for Hollywood that I think in this year of hacking scandals is no mistake.
So clearly the men want in on the game, and I thought, you know, the new trend for men, which is the navy tuxedo with kind of the black collar is very nice, and I hope we have pictures of them because I said this was sort of definitely the trend.
Charlie and I were on the phone last night all night talking about this, just going back and forth.
Have you placed your orders, gentlemen? No, I loved Eddie Redmayne's look as you just described it. It was a navy tux. His was McQueen. You saw a lot of color on guys. Neil Patrick Harris was wearing on the red carpet before he changed into his tighty whities. That is,
that's right.
He was wearing a gray.
Is that what we call them, tighty whities?
That is what we call them. They are brand unknown. I cannot tell you who made them.
Tighty whities.
Yeah, exactly. And he was wearing a gray Brunello Cucinelli.
How do they come
tux.
to decide what they wear? I mean, is this...
It's a combination of factors. I mean, sometimes it's just what you fall in love with. Sometimes it's a designer that you have a relationship with. Marion Cotillard, who was nominated last night, wore Dior, looked exquisite, but no surprise that she would wear Dior.
But there's a big business behind that, getting these actresses to wear your label.
Oh, yes, and there's money in it for the brands because studies show, there was a great piece in Women's Wear studying how a company's sales will rise in a year when they have dressed an Oscar winner, not just a nominee, but a winner, and it will provide a a 1.5% lift to sales on average. So nobody's shopping the red carpet and saying, you know, I want to buy Julianne Moore's Chanel to wear myself. But does it provide an aura of relevance to these brands? Absolutely.
So all in all, what was your favorite dress?
Oh, I think I have to go with that Lupita. I just love that. Much as I want to choose Gwyneth and go head to head with Gail on this, I loved that Lupita and also Julianne Moore, just because it was so great to see her win that Oscar that she so deserved.
Do we have
yes, go ahead.
Do we have a picture of Gail? What did Gail wear?
Yeah. Gail wore Vera Wang.
Oh,
she said it was a dress that she's had for several years, but it looks absolutely great on her.
And it's a rewear. I especially love that. That's a wonderful
How
thing.
often do the rewears happen?
Not often on the red carpet, but it's great to see. Keira Knightley has famously reworn her wedding dress 3 times, though. So she's somebody.
I love her.
Isn't that a wonderful thing?
Yeah, she's the best.
She's all right.
I could just learn so much about fashion by listening to you.
Oh, well, thank you, Charlie. Anytime.
Or reading Glamour or whatever.
I hope you'll subscribe.
Thank you, Cindi. Great to see you.